Morbid Collective.
What's up, all you horror movie loving fuckers? Welcome back to another episode of Fright Flick F.M.K. As always, I am your host, Jay, joined as always by my delicious co-host, the gentleman in Jack. But today, motherfuckers,
I thought you were talking about me. I was smiling.
Hey,
I'm like a fucking idiot.
I was about to bring you in, man. You fucked up my intro. I had it all lined up. Yeah, I had it all lined up.
I know. I jumped the gun.
Man,
I heard delicious and I thought someone was talking about me. Go ahead.
I should have gave you a heads up before I started. When I said delicious, that was going to be.
You were talking about your booze, not me.
Yeah, I was going to walk it into you. I had it all lined up.
I know.
You threw me off fucking track. But hey, joined once again by my real life little bro John.
What's up, everybody?
The one that got this awesome podcast. It was his creation, his mind.
Thank you, COVID and alcohol.
hey, COVID and alcohol. Not everything that came out of COVID was bad, people.
No, yeah, no, man. Good to be back. It's been a minute. We're still balls deep in getting the house sold and everything like that. So I'm glad to be able to make it back on for another episode.
Oh yeah, I was super excited when you hit me up. And you had recommended this movie. And so after I'd watched it, I hit you up and was like, man, I'd like to get on here and talk the show about you. And then I was surprised, like when you hit me up, like, when you want to do the show? And I'm like, oh, fuck, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So I would definitely clear my schedule. It's not like I had shit going on. I say that shit like I had a busy, like I got motherfuckers lined up to be on this fucking shit
I
show.
canceled everybody else.
Yeah. I had to make phone calls, man, to people to be like, hey, you just been bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I'm to that level to where I had to cancel people and hurt their feelings. My schedule was clear. So when you hit me up, I was like, hell yeah. And I know all the people out there who listen, who are the fans of the STD or the Spread the Dread, they love it whenever I get you on here, And
I know I miss those people. For anybody who doesn't know, me and my wife Joe, we had started Spread the Dread podcast, and then because it was a true crime serial killer podcast, then we created another show, Fright Flick Fuck Marry Kill. It ended up being something that me and Jay did together. We stepped away from doing Spread the Dread, so I turned this over to Jay. He's been running with it and doing an awesome job and everything like that. So yeah, I definitely miss everybody. Well, we're still kind of seeing what's going to happen once the move and everything is done. But yeah, right now we've got most of the stuff in the house done. It's already listed. It's we're doing a bunch of showings and stuff like that. For anyone else who had listened beforehand, we are no longer moving to Florida. We actually ended up finding a really cool house in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We wanted to be closer to the beach. And we were able to find that to where I could still stay in state. My dad still lives here. He's retired and has an RV, so he's down at the beach a good bit. And we're actually going to be only like 5-6 miles from the beach where we're going to be at. So, so we're looking forward to all that. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, we should be done and relocated and everything by no later than the end of October. So, that's kind of what's going on right now, and we're just getting by and doing that.
Hey, that's awesome to hear, man. I'm glad that y'all kind of got something kind of going, because and another thing that when you said that, it made me super happy for our Pop. As you know, as I know Pop, not just the fact that y'all gonna be closer, but when I hear Pop enjoying the retired life.
Oh yeah, man.
Pop worked sometimes 3 jobs.
To make
sure we had food to eat, clothes to wear. Never went without. Pop worked our whole life. He worked at the company for over almost 60 years.
Yeah, he did over 50 years before he retired and stuff like that. And so, yeah, no, man, he's doing that. You know, him and his girlfriend are down at the beach a lot. They were down there this past weekend. they're going down there this weekend, and stuff like that. So, yeah, like we're really close to actually where the two places where they do their RVing at. Like we're very close to where they're going to be and stuff like that. And looking forward to it, man. Just looking forward to the move.
And you said it had a pool house that you plan on converting into the J Shack. That way, when I retire,
so yeah,
set me a cot up or something.
we wanted to downsize, and get something a little bit smaller than what we currently have. And so this one, it's not a great big house. It's got plenty of rooms for all the kids and all that other shit, but it does have like an outside build. So the entire backyard is pretty much concreted. It's got an in-ground pool, has an in-ground jacuzzi. And then it's got a really big like building, a brand new building that they put out there. It's like unfinished, but it does have electricity already ran to it. So our goal by the time next summer kicks in is we're going to turn that basically into a pool house. And when I say a pool house, it's going to be kind of like almost like a big ass outside. Well, not outside because it isn't a building, but it's going to be a big ass like living room out there.
Yeah.
Just because like the bedrooms, everything are really good. The living room on the inside of the house is pretty tiny. So I was like, cool. As you know, I got a big collection of movies and stuff like that. I was like, well, cool. I was like, I'll just do all that out there. That'll be kind of like, since when the weather's nice, we want to be outside too at the pool and everything like that. So yeah, man, I'm getting ready. It's going to have the big screen. I'm looking at possibly getting a projector to put up to one wall, for like movies and stuff like that. And then, a little space, for, I'm hoping to put an arcade machine in there that I've been looking at, stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be cool. But if there's any couches or anything in there, they're going to be pull out, or there'll be plenty of space for air mattresses. It will have AC and heat and all of that stuff in there. So that's the goal.
I got some AC, man. You know, I'm fine with air mattress. I've been through 3 divorces. I'm on marriage number 4. Trust me, I'm used to a fucking air mattress.
Air mattresses are nice now, man. I got a nice pillow top queen one that self-inflates, man. It's no joke.
That motherfucker keeps its own pressure. Like I don't have to do shit. It lets me know when it's time to put some air in her. But and the fact that got an in-ground pool, in-ground jacuzzi. You ever have you ever fucked in the jacuzzi?
I have not. I have had sex. I have had sex in pools. I've had sex in the ocean.
The ocean.
Yeah.
Damn it, you got me.
Yeah. I've had sex.
Jess,
had sex a couple times in the ocean.
Jess, when you listen to this, when we make our trip to Myrtle Beach, you know what's happening.
Well, and the great thing about East Coast Atlantic water is it's murky as fuck. So if you come to Myrtle Beach, you can bang out there. No one can see what's underneath that water line. It's that nice gray water. So like you can't go down to, if we were living in Florida and you came, clear water bang they can see you banging like a mile out. You go to Myrtle Beach, as long as when the tide rolls out, it doesn't go past your waist. It's just gonna look like you're hugging.
Oh, well, sweet. Even in clear water or not, it's not like I'm packing a big picnic, bringing to the picnic. I'm not packing a slong dong, so they wouldn't see it anyway.
Hey, every fish that goes by you is going to be jealous. That's all that matters.
That's okay.
Unless a shark comes up, and then you got a lot more problems.
I'll be staying on the minnow end of the pool.
There you go. Yeah, just look like you're hugging, kiss every now and then, and just make sure you don't make too many weird faces. Yeah, and the key is that if you're banging in the ocean, it is all about timing. Yeah, it's all you're
gotta catch the wave.
What? You're literally, the whole purpose of fucking in the ocean is to say you fucked in the ocean.
This is
now,
true.
If a chick's going to agree to do it, you got to realize you may not get off.
Oh,
that's
no,
fine.
It's not about getting off.
No, not for them. A guy, that's fine. But I'm saying it's the perfect thing. If you've ever wanted a good excuse to feel okay having a quickie, fuck in the ocean, because if you're done in a minute flat, honestly, that was tactical. That was tactical. That was a tactical maneuver to make sure that you guys didn't get fucking arrested.
Yeah, there's planning. There's like you said, planning, military grade planning.
Exactly.
Goes into fucking in the ocean.
Out.
Yeah, I got plenty of time to plan this thing because I got less than 2 years. I'm retiring, and
there you go.
My life of working all day is over.
There you go.
I'm smoking weed, living the good life. Jess has already found me a Batman bong.
Oh, there you go.
So
there you go.
that's gonna be the biggest decision I make when I get up every day. Is
you've never smoked weed before, have you?
No, I have not. I have never touched it, but I've always wanted to. But the good old military, you know.
Yeah. No, that's definitely don't fuck up your retirement or anything like that.
No, hell no. Yeah, but when I get out, the day I retire, you know, there's going to be a good time being had by this guy.
Just immediately retire and go get on a plane, go to Denver, and then just lose 3 days worth of time.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. You know, Denver from here is not a long drive.
No, there you go.
So
there you go. You have plenty of time to fly once you get to Denver and start smoking.
Yeah, I have big plans and goals when I retire, people. But hell yeah, but like I said, we have held y'all up long enough with the bullshitting around, and like I said, I enjoy it because I don't get to get on here as often with you.
Yeah.
So when we get on here, we like to shoot the shit. Now, speaking of shoot the shit, for everybody that's listening to this, me and John had almost a good 45 minutes of chit chat prior to the show, but you only get access to that through the Patreon. 3 tiers in the Patreon. Fuck, marry, kill, just like the show. Marrying tier gets you the unedited version. If you're a married tier, I upload the unedited, which means from the time me and John got on here, we started recording until the very end, to where one of us has to pee so bad we can taste it. We have to fucking hang up, and then that gets uploaded. So to get the unedited, that's in the Patreon. But like I said, this movie, you hit me up. You posted it up in the Discord. We have us a Discord. If you join the Patreon, by the way, it gets you into the Discord for like $3 a month. That's all it is, getting to the Discord. And I don't waste a lot of time on housekeeping shit. Fright Flick F.M.K. That's all the social media. Website, Fright Flick F.M.K. podcast.com. You can find everything there. So housekeeping shit done. We're here to talk about this movie that you sent me a picture. It's called Bedevilled, correct?
Yes, it's called Bedevilled. I actually saw it listed somewhere else too as Bok-nam Rises, which to me sounds like a Korean superhero, like the Dark Knight Rises kind of thing. So
it's like a wrestler or something.
Well, Bok-nam is the main girl in it, but yeah, I think that's a terrible title. I like the title of Bedevilled. Yeah. Bedevilled came out in 2010. It is a South Korean horror film. I had actually heard of this. If anyone's really into like disturbing stuff, there's a few channels on YouTube I dig. And I believe this one was actually, I had heard about it from Spooky Rice. If you like watching like videos about disturbing movies, this is a good channel. And he's a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of South Korean movies in general. They as far as like foreign horror, they pretty much knock it out of the park most times. But yeah, so I was like, hey, I was like, I really want to see this. And then when I watched it, I was like, dude, you need to check it out. And then here we are.
Yeah, you know, you posted up in the Discord, and I was like, I'd never heard of it. You know, I don't get as in, you know, you're in the know. Like you're one of those that's in the know of what's going on. You're the smart one in this Batman and Robin. You're the smart one.
I'm the Alfred.
Either way, you're the fucking smart one. You know,
I'm the utility belt that keeps your pants up.
You're damn right. You're the glue that holds it together, man. It's not just the whiskey that keeps this thing going. But
this was because I mean I enjoy just digging into it. And I again, before I really got even into extreme horror, I was always a big fan of cinema, particularly foreign films as well too. And if you I've said it before, and you've said it too. If you're into horror, you got to get into foreign films. There's just too many good ones out there to miss out on. But I like to push the boundaries, and sometimes this one I don't know. I mean, this one is, I would classify as a disturbing movie. It's not up there with the big dogs, but it's fucked up, man. And I guess pre-warning, there's some stuff involving kids. There's a lot of stuff involving domestic abuse and shit like that. If that shit offends you, I don't know why you're here to begin with, but if you happen to get to this show by accident, you may want to bail out now. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. I'm excited about talking about it.
Oh yeah, I just watched this a couple days ago, and so after you had recommended it, I found it on, and gave it a watch. And so we're going to jump into this one. I just want to get going right from the get-go.
Right.
How it starts off. We got this Hae-won is how I'm going to say her fucking name.
Yeah.
She works in Seoul. I've been stationed in Korea, been in the military, I've been to Korea twice, I was stationed in Seoul, in Itaewon, which is close to Seoul.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been to Seoul. I've gone down there, did some looking around, some shopping, whatever. So I'm a big fan of like the Korean ones, because just knowing that I've been there,
right, yeah,
been around them, so I enjoy them. And like you said earlier, if you're not watching foreign horror, you are missing a whole nother level.
Especially if you like disturbing,
disturbing
horror. And I would say too that a lot of your foreign disturbing movies, there's still plenty of the blood and guts, but you're going to get more of the ones that deal with disturbing subject matter versus just straight over the top gore. You still have those. I mean, Grotesque, we talked about, that was Japanese. I mean, that's considered one of the godfathers of this stuff, but particularly like Korea, French films, big time French, a lot of the different European ones, man, like they're disturbing movies. They disturb with some real fucked up shit. Like they kind of go there on some stuff. If you don't believe me, watch a Serbian film. I don't think there could be a single one that threaded that needle with real life fucking disturbing shit.
Oh yeah. So, and this one we got Hae-won. This one we're going to start it off at Hae-won. She works in a bank in Seoul.
Yep.
And well, when this thing first kicks off, they're kind of like on the streets in like Seoul, and you see this like look like a prostitute.
Yeah.
Getting harassed by a couple dudes, a couple of fucking assholes. Try to start fucking with her. When she runs off and she comes up to the window, you don't realize at the time, but that is Hae-won. It's her car that she's in. She's knocking on the window, begging for help because these fucking
she's like screaming through, and then you see the window roll up.
She rolls the fucking window up on
It's like,
damn, Hae-won don't give a fuck. She's like, I'm too good. Like you can tell Hae-won's a little bougie.
She's a bitch. She's a total fucking bitch.
I will give her the cunt card is what I'm going to give her.
Yes.
The cunt card.
I guess we'll spell it with a K since she's Korean, though.
This is Korean.
Yes.
Cunt with a K. Hae-won.
She's a coont.
Cunt, coont, whatever you want to call it, Hae-won. That's what you are. So, and she rolls the window up on this girl. Well, apparently, did the girl die? Or was she just beat the fuck up? Because they don't really say.
Yeah, I don't remember them actually saying, because once that happens, it cuts to her working in the bank. Yep. She's being really mean to this old lady who apparently the bank was going to give the old lady this loan. Now Hae-won is saying no, and she's kind of like in dire straits. So Hae-won's just kind of like, whatever, fuck off. And then she says, I got to leave, and goes. And then that's when she goes to the police station.
Yep.
And there's a lineup of those guys. And she's because I'm trying to remember exactly. She doesn't say it's them, even though it's pretty clear that they are, because she seems to be worried that they can see her through the glass and shit.
Yep.
And on top of it, this is the worst fucking cops I've ever seen in my entire life, because they let her go. Yeah. They let her out, and they basically release the suspects
the same time.
30 seconds after they release her, to where they're all in the fucking parking lot.
Yep.
And they're threatening her and shit like that.
Yeah.
And she is, go ahead.
Because at one point she was making a comment that one of them had like a skull ring on his finger.
Yes.
Well, the dude in the lineup, nobody had the skull ring.
Yeah.
So when they're out in the parking lot, she gets in her car to leave. The one dude comes up to her, literally runs his hand in her shirt, grabs her titty.
Yeah.
And basically tells her, shut the fuck up kind of shit. And she sees the ring on his finger.
Yep.
The cops run out, whatever, they kind of break it up. She don't say shit.
Nope.
She's just a fucking, I don't know what her fucking issue is.
Yeah.
She's a fucking, don't want to rock the boat. I don't fucking know. And then it kind of pissed me off the way she was with the old lady.
Yeah.
The old lady in the bank. The old lady, you could tell the old lady has struggled. This old lady she's had a lot of years of struggling. Damn it, bitch, she just wants a little bit to get her through. And she's got this little smug, kind of like entitled attitude toward this old lady. And there's a part of me that's got like I'm a very cold-hearted person, but there's a part of me that's got a little bit of a soft spot for some old folks, because those motherfuckers have struggled. A lot of them have.
And per the way the conversation was going, it seemed like she had talked to Hae-won at a previous time, because she was saying something about having a letter from the landlord and shit like that, and then everything would be fine. And then now all of a sudden, and from the way it seemed, because when Hae-won comes back, another one of the girls at the bank that's in the same position has gotten everything approved. Everything is now good to go. Yep. So Hae-won basically had the ability to call that shot and then just changed her mind and said no.
Yep.
Well, then she goes to the bathroom and she sees a pair of like little pink flip-flops shuffle by, and someone knocks into a mop handle and it hits onto the latch. She can't get out. So she ends up having to like kind of get out of it or whatever. So then she goes out, she finally escapes from there. And when she goes out, the girl who had just approved the loan and shit for the old lady is wearing pink flip-flops.
Yep.
She just goes up to her and slaps the total fucking shit out of this girl.
Her. Yeah, just
and then you see who is clearly the cleaning lady go by with the exact same pink flip-flops, and clearly it was her because she knocked over a mop. So she just slapped the shit out of her coworker. After when the coworker had gotten it approved, she like insinuated that she was like banging, that the coworker must be sleeping with one of the bosses for her to be able to do that and shit like that. So then Hae-won gets called in the office and they're like, you need to take a vacation and leave.
Yeah.
And so she does. And she's like sitting at home. She starts slamming fucking Guinness.
The fucking Guinness, baby.
I was like, dude, she didn't even have any like, so I don't know what kind of Korean beer. I think of like Tsingtao and Sapporo.
Should have had some what the fuck they call that liquor? And fuck, I just brain dumped. Never mind, it'll come to me later.
But yeah, so yeah, she's doing that, and she's getting like letters and stuff, and she keeps getting phone calls of being like, I'm not coming back and leave me alone and shit like that. Well, then she, I guess, decides to leave because she's bored or
go on a little vacation.
Yep. And so she goes
R&R.
Yep. She goes to Mudo Island,
and
which is where she's originally from.
Apparently. Just like, bitch, in all the places in the world you could have went for a little bit of R&R, you picked the most fucking just bottom of the rung.
What? There's like 8 people that live there.
Yeah.
They all know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all know each other. Apparently she used to live there with her grandfather. Yep. And she had a really good friend there who is Bok-nam, who we talked about.
Yep.
Bok-nam was the one that was riding her and stuff like that and wanting her to come over there. So she gets over to the island. There's Bok-nam. Bok-nam has a kid, a little girl. She has a husband. The husband has like his brother.
And
then everybody else is old as fucking shit. There's like 4 or 5 old ass women, one old ass dude.
Fucking Najimas, what they call older ladies in Korea.
I don't know.
Yeah, my Korean, Inasio, that's how to say hello in Korean, by the way.
Yeah. So she gets there. And like Bok-nam's so happy to see her, and it was funny because Joe's half Filipino, her mother's full-blooded Filipino and lives with us, and it was crazy because her mother hates the fucking sun, because over there, if you are darker, you work outside, it's a sign of being poor. Where in like America, if you got a good tan, that shows you may have some money because you got the ability to go on vacation or pay for tanning and shit like
beds,
that. So it's
baby.
really weird.
I do tanning beds.
Yeah. So Bok-nam is saying the same thing about Hae-won, about like, oh, look how white your skin is.
You are. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there like, oh, this is fucking. And then but Joe's right next to me. She's like, see, I told you. I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, all of them are in fucking, they're on islands, for God's sakes. Like, I don't know. Anyway.
Like, you can fucking help being dark skinned, damn it. Like, you have to, if you're on this island, and this isn't like when she goes on this little trip, this isn't like she went down the street in Seoul and hung out with family. She had to
There's
get
like
on
a single boat that goes.
Yeah, there's a fucking boat that only makes this trip every so often. She gets on a boat. He drives her out there. She gets off on an island. It's a fucking island.
Well, she like steps off onto rocks. There's not even a goddamn pier.
Yeah, they don't. This dude has to tie off to some rocks.
Yes.
Like I said, she is on an island. So on this island, you know, the only way to survive is on their own. They're raising, they're growing their own food. They're doing everything themselves. So how the fuck you going to be dark? Because you're gonna be out there all day long digging up taters and shit.
Oh yeah. They were big about the potatoes.
They love them taters over there.
Yeah. So Bok-nam's getting her settled. The old women in this movie. So this whole, I don't want to call it a town because it's not. It's not. I
don't know what
it's like 2 or 3 families tops. They're all about like really pro men.
Oh yeah.
Like, the women work their asses off. They like, and the dudes kind of just do whatever. They do repairs and shit like that, but a lot of the times they're not doing much, including Bok-nam's husband and his brother. So like the whole time they're like talking shit about Hae-won and her being from Seoul, and then they're talking shit about Bok-nam, about how she needs to get back out there and work, and her like, yeah, dude. So I mean, we're probably
the older Korean ladies in this movie, they make it out like that one aunt who is like the aunt to Bok-nam's husband. She makes out like they could not survive without the men. She's like, oh, it's so good that we got men here. What we do without men, because he's fixing the fucking roof. Well, if the man wasn't there, guess what, motherfucker? You climb up there and you throw a little shit up there. It's not fucking hard. But they made
that one old dude seems like he's brain dead. Like you never see him doing anything. He's just eating bozo leaves, as they call it. These leaves they chew on that keeps them high as fuck. That's all Bok-nam's husband's brother constantly eating them.
But if I had to be somebody on that island, it's gonna be that old man. That old man ain't got to do a fucking thing.
Nah, dude, he just sits there and stays high.
Yeah, he plays silent and he stays high all the time. He's like feeding leaves. I guess he has played that card. If I just keep playing this way, they're gonna leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. And so the old man's got the best life.
Yeah, but everyone in this group of people all are fucking mean to Bok-nam, except for the old dude, because he doesn't say shit. All of the old women call her lazy and all this other shit. Her husband's a complete and total piece of shit. Very physically
I'm not even gonna try to say his name because he's such a piece of shit.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was Chol Jong. Oh man, I can't.
You're better than me.
Yeah, well, I'm reading it. I don't. So I'm not. I'm trying to. To see. I know her husband is Manjong. Whoa. There's Manjong. I'm guessing Chol Jong is his brother.
Well, fuck both the Yongs.
They absolutely suck. So, Bok-nam gets Hae-won all set up, and it's. I mean, I guess without really spoiling.
We're gonna spoil the fucking shit out of it.
Well, honestly, because it's just hard to remember everything that goes on, because there's some flashbacks that show that Hae-won and Bok-nam were kind of had an attraction towards each other as kids. Yeah. That Hae-won was I don't mean in a negative way, she was the aggressor. She was the one that was kissing her and she was like into her and stuff like that. Clearly Bok-nam is still, I don't know if it's so much sexual, but it's still definitely in love with Hae-won. She also really idolizes Hae-won because she was able to leave and go to Seoul. She, even though she's just working in a bank and not doing anything really special in Seoul compared to what Bok-nam's doing on the island, she's living the glitz and glamour and shit like that. And but I mean, literally what just follows is massive amounts of abuse to Bok-nam.
Oh yeah. The fucking Bok-nam was, this old girl is like super nice. Like, this girl, like, as soon as fucking Hae-won shows up, she's bending over backwards. She's like getting her food. She takes her to a little sleeping area.
Yeah.
Hae-won don't have to do a fucking thing while she's on her little vacation. Fucking Bok-nam is doing everything. And there comes a part to where you see it to where, like, they're having dinner together that night, that one night where it's like Bok-nam, her husband, the
his
husband's
brother and her
and the
kid,
daughter.
Yeah.
And just the way they fucking talk to Bok-nam, you can tell, like, put two and two together, people. Like, they're on this fucking island. There's only like 10 people. 5 of them are fucking old ass motherfuckers. Bok-nam's the only one that's younger with some that's attractive. So
and a woman. She's the only young woman on the island.
Yes. So you got Bok-nam's husband and his fucked up brother. So put two and two together, because at some point after they have their dinner later that night, fucking Bok-nam's husband says he's going to go fishing. He's going to take the little girl, the daughter, to go fishing. While she's up in her little room, the brother comes up in there that night, and you can tell this is not the first time this shit has happened.
Nope. This is old hat. There was not even a struggle, because he's basically raping her. Yeah, but I mean, she's not fighting it.
No,
she's not. She's just letting it happen, and it is what it is. And then, like, while he's doing it,
during that part, where he's doing this, I honestly, it's gonna sound bad, but when he's fucking her, he's got her like doggy style fucking her. And I didn't at first, when he starts fucking her, you start seeing some stuff fall on her back.
Yeah.
Now, did you think, because I thought he was fucking her in the ass and shit
and it was
going everywhere?
No, I guess
I'm just
I could see up. I could see that. I didn't know what it was at the time.
Yeah.
Because it goes, he's constantly chewing what they call bozo leaf, which is that stuff that keeps him high. Yep. I mean, he's never not chewing it in this movie. He's always high, whatever it's doing to him. And so he's like chewing it while fucking her doggy style, and like green shit is dripping out of his mouth. So I could see where it was at. I guess I think at that point I was just kind of so like, holy fuck, like her husband's brother is in there just railing her out, like, what the fuck? And then he's seeing that. But what's even more fucked up is that once the husband and the daughter get back, he sees like the green spittle all over the place.
He just wipes it off.
Exactly. Yep, knows exactly what's happened, has no idea, because he does not touch Bok-nam.
No,
he does not find her attractive or anything like that, which is like a day or so later, they bring a fucking prostitute to the island.
Yep.
He has the guy boat in a whore.
Yeah.
And he's literally banging that girl silly. Bok-nam is just right outside on the steps, eating or fixing or doing something for lunch or whatever.
She's eating.
Yeah. And no problems. That's just the way it is. The daughter walks up. The daughter can hear it and literally asks her mom, like, is she here again? Yeah. And I'm like, God damn, this is fucked up. This is so fucked up.
Yeah, because Bok-nam basically tells Hae-won and her daughter to kind of go away.
Yeah.
Like, they were hanging out earlier, so she basically tells them, like, y'all need to go on. And she kind of pushes them off to
come
go
back
hang
later.
Out. Yeah, come back later. Daddy's up there getting his fucking dick sucked by the fucking $2 whore. So, and it's crazy because she's sitting right outside the door eating. And in your mind, you're thinking, how long has this gone? Like, could you imagine the mindset of Bok-nam, who has dealt with this? Is her normal. Brother comes in,
brother-in-law
whenever he wants to. Husband drags in the fucking prostitute whenever he wants to. And it's just like, damn, the fact that and you could tell her daughter was the only thing that kept her hanging on.
Yeah.
Because I'd have fucking jumped off a fucking cliff.
Dude, I mean, literally, there is nobody being nice to her and shit. No. I mean, and Hae-won sees it kind of going on, and she's, she confronts her later, like, why do you let him do that and stuff? And it's just, hey, this is kind of the way things are here. And then eventually Bok-nam kind of starts hinting at the fact of wanting Hae-won to take her and her daughter back to Seoul with her.
Yep.
And Hae-won is, I mean, she's seeing all of this shit go down. She's hearing the way people are talking to her. She's seeing all of this, and she's still very much like, I don't know, like, why this? And then even Bok-nam goes, well, then just take my daughter. just take my daughter. She can go to school and all this other stuff. And
that
like
mother's love, man, mother's love.
Dude,
She just wanted her daughter taken care of. She was willing to stay there and keep getting fucking raped by the stepbrother.
Yeah.
Listen to her husband bang the prostitute. She just wanted her daughter gone. And fucking Hae-won, the best friend.
Yeah. Was the only friend she ever really had.
Yeah. The only friend this old girl on this island had. And Hae-won, the fucking capital K cunt that she was.
Yes.
Was just like, well, why? Well, but
yeah, all this other stuff. And then because I believe right before that, she kind of, after the prostitute has left and shit, it's like a day or so later, she walks in and her daughter's putting on makeup. Her daughter's talking about being pretty for daddy and shit like that. And she had found like a kind of dolled up pair of little girls underwear.
Rabbit underwear.
Yeah. And it was like in a pair of her husband's pants that she had washed. And so then like she's sitting there fussing at her for putting on the makeup on. He comes in while that's going on, beats the dog shit out of Bok-nam right in front of her daughter, then starts hugging on her daughter and is like caressing her ass. This little girl's like what, 9 or 10, 8 maybe?
If at the most.
Yeah.
And like as soon as she hugs her dad, and as soon as it shows him like he's got like patting her on the fucking butt. Yeah. And I'm just like,
and not man. Like, I mean, I got Zuzu's, you know, when I try to get her to sleep, I'll pat her butt and shit like that. This was starting at the back and ran his hand down and it's like caressing her. I mean, it shows it and it's fucking gross. And, you know, kudos to the actors for being, you know, for doing it. Cause it's plainly obvious. So now Bok-nam's really worried that her husband, you know, he's taking the little girl off, you know, when they go, who knows? I mean, has it already happened?
All them fishing trips and shit.
Is it already going on and shit like that? And again, you got to remember that in this environment where there's no outside of anything going on, this little girl's not going to think this is wrong. She's not going to think this is weird.
It's normal.
You know, so there's not going to be any struggle and shit. So there's a lot of fucked up shit going on there. So finally, they sell a bunch of honey because they do the crops, but they also raise honey, and the boatman comes in and takes it. Her husband's like passed out one day. She steals the money, and like he
had the keys.
Gets the prostitute.
Well, he had the keys to the little cabinet that had the only phone on the island. So she steals his keys while he's asleep. She goes, makes a phone call. She gets in touch with the
prostitute.
Yeah.
She actually calls the prostitute.
The prostitute to come out there to get her because the prostitute, apparently her and the prostitute has a moment earlier on.
Yeah.
Where the prostitute's like, you know, why don't you leave kind of shit. So she basically like, hey, I want to go to Seoul. And so her and the prostitute comes back out there with the boat. And she sneaks out with her daughter to get the fuck off this island. Like, this is her moment. She's going to get away. This is also where when that boatman shows up, you hear her go, no, I told you not him. And then you find out that he's kin to him too. He's like a cousin of her husband and her husband's brother. He grew up on that island torturing her and doing all kinds of fucked up shit to her. It's alluded along the way that Bok-nam's daughter does not belong to her husband. And she talks about, well, all of them raped me, so who knows whose it could be. Yep.
And there's a scene where it shows where that's about to take place. Clearly Bok-nam and Hae-won, I mean, they're hanging out and then those boys come up. They maybe were 12 or 13. I'm not necessarily saying that's when she got pregnant, but at that point, Hae-won walks off while they're fucking with Bok-nam. So you get a picture of the fact that Hae-won has always been about herself.
Yep.
Always. This is not new. She's been a cunt from the start. She was a cunt as a kid. She's still a cunt. There's no reason for Bok-nam to believe that she has any kind of fucking interest in actually thinking of anyone other than herself first and foremost.
Yeah, but Bok-nam was just so much about her daughter. She wanted her daughter to take care. She was willing to deal with the fact that this fucking cunt Hae-won fucked her over in their young years when she ran off while she got fucking basically raped or molested by these 4 dudes. Yep. She ran off acting like she didn't know shit. But all fucking Bok-nam wanted was her daughter to have a chance.
Yep.
To go somewhere where she can learn and have a better life than she did. The example of how a mother is, where they just want it better than what they had it. And she did not want her daughter growing up in it. So the more that she tries to get away, boat guy shows up, prostitute shows up, everything goes south because
quick.
Husband come down the hill. He's coming down the hill. He sees her trying to leave. Next thing you know, he's dragging fucking Bok-nam up the hill by her hair.
Yeah, because the boatmen, they're trying to get him to leave, and he's like, I got to count the money.
Got to count the money.
And knowing good and well, he's waiting for the husband to get there because, like I said, they're family.
Yep.
He knows that she was trying to sneak off the island and shit like that. So, yeah, the husband comes down, gets her, drags her up the hill, beating her every fucking step of the way. All the old women are watching. They're basically saying it's the right thing for him to be doing that because she had snuck all this other bullshit. And then what happens, because the little girl is getting tired of seeing her mother getting beaten. So then what happens?
Little girl jumps, kind of like goes at dad because dad's beating the fuck out of fucking Bok-nam. Yeah. And she like kind of like bites him on the leg. But then dad grabs little girl, slaps her off his leg. When he slaps her off, she lands on a rock. Back of her head.
Back of the head, yeah.
Busts her head open. Little girl done. And
dead.
You know, all the fucking all them old bitches, y'all cunts too in this fucking movie.
Bro.
They're all fucking cunts.
Yeah.
Like I fucking hated every one of them.
It was tough for them to outdo Hae-won, but literally next to Bok-nam and the little girl and the silent old man, because he doesn't do shit, Hae-won is the nicest person on this island.
Yeah.
That's how fucking terrible Bok-nam's husband and his brother is, and all these old ladies. They are fucking atrocious people.
Yeah, they basically, and finally when, Bok-nam realized that her little girl's on this rock bleeding out, she goes there and she's like screaming, and they're all kind of looking at her like it's whatever, like damn bitches,
like this is your fault.
Yeah,
but
like
they think it's her fault.
Yeah.
Yep. Her trying to leave is why her daughter is dead. Yeah. Yep. And so then they get that doctor to come.
Oh, this motherfucker.
For the death certificate. And all of them are sitting there talking about like, oh, she tripped, she this.
Yeah.
And then finally he asked Bok-nam, and she's like, that bastard did it, throwing her off, yada, yada, yada. And he's sitting there. All the old women are behind Bok-nam's husband, that everything, it was a complete accident. It was her fault for doing this. Well, then Hae-won shows up.
Oh, yeah.
While they're talking to the doctor, and Bok-nam asks her.
Yep.
And she's like, I was asleep at the time.
Yep. And you think, and you believe it at that moment.
Yes, at that time it is shown
because
right before that had happened. Remember, the husband's brother had made her that bowl of tea.
Oh yeah,
he had cooked it made it from the bozo leaves. Was going to knock her out so he could rape her.
He's going to rape her. Yeah.
Apparently, Bok-nam knew this. Got there while he was about to do it and chased them off.
Yep.
Well, then Hae-won wakes up the next morning sick as a fucking dog, puking all over the place. So yeah, you do think that she's in bed the whole time. Yeah. So the doctor believes him. Clearly an accident. Everything's good. And at this point, Bok-nam has fucking lost it.
She had to bury her little girl right outside where they slept. She like made a burial ground right there. Like you see the mound of dirt. She has to bury her daughter like right there.
Yeah.
And the part where you're talking about when the doctor was there, when them fucking old cunts were sitting there talking shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, one of them, I forget the line exactly, but they made this comment where it was kind of like all on fucking Bok-nam. And I was like, God, I want y'all fucking bitches to die.
Yo, dude, this is one movie. I mean, clearly, I think we know at this point we're getting to the killings and all that other stuff, and it's clearly going to be Bok-nam who's doing it.
Yes.
You will cheer for Bok-nam.
Yes.
There is not a single thing you don't want. Everybody you want to die. And you feel, like once it starts, I was just cheering her like, get her, bitch, get those fucking bitches. So she's fucking losing it. And at this point, the brother and her husband and his brother are going to go inland for the night. Yeah. They're going to go sell a bunch of the honey that they have got. So she's there with just the old women, and she's out there in the potato field. They're getting all that. They're still talking shit. She's just losing her fucking mind.
Yeah. And these old bitches is out there, like they got a little table, little platform, and they all sitting there taking a little break, got a little snack, little drink,
eating lunch, man.
And they're joking around like Bok-nam's daughter didn't just die a couple days before.
It's only been like 2, maybe 3 days tops at this point since she died.
Yeah, they're just like everything's great. They're all laughing and giggling. Well, then the one, queen cunt, goes up there to go get some fucking fish or whatever. Well, then Bok-nam's out there digging up these taters, and she's going in hard, like she's working, and she's digging these taters, pulling these big sacks of potatoes. But then she stops. She's looking up at the sun.
Yeah,
it's like
she's just staring in it.
She's staring at it. And then all of a sudden it was like a moment to where, everything has built up. Everything over all these years, losing her, everything has built up. And now that switch got flipped. Yeah. And Bok-nam, this is the part where you're fucking cheering this old girl on.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
Bitch, bring it. Bitch, bring it. And she brings it, baby.
Yeah, she's got that little it
sickle.
Looks like a scythe. Yeah, the sickle scythe. That's the hand one.
Yeah.
And she goes up. She gets all 3 of the old ladies that are left. Does not kill the old man, which I was very happy about.
Yeah.
Because that made me think that maybe he's been a nice guy his whole life.
Yeah.
Because clearly she's been there with him the whole time. And if he had done some shit to her even back in the day, he would have got it.
Yeah, he would have got it.
But she didn't do anything. Well, then the head aunt's coming back and she sees all this
dead
fucking
bodies,
going down.
Baby.
She goes running. She like hides in some bamboo overnight. Bok-nam's just straight up like stalking her, walking through all of that stuff. Well, then it goes to the morning. So like she had killed all 3 of those of the old ladies, left the old man alone. Hae-won was back at the house or something. She didn't see Hae-won, I think, that day.
But Hae-won,
not the day she killed those 3.
Yeah, no. At one point, the old queen cunt grabs Hae-won.
Yeah, the next morning.
Yeah, the next morning.
Yeah, she's been like hiding in the bamboo all night, and she's all like, she's clearly like fucking gone because of what she saw and everything like that. Yeah, she's asking Hae-won for help, and about that time, Bok-nam appears again.
Yep,
getting ready to get her,
and she does that slow chase after fucking queen cunt.
Because she's old, so her full run, Bok-nam could just walk right after her and stuff, and she's sitting there talking shit like, "Why are you running, auntie?" and stuff like that.
She gets her all the way to the cliff.
Oh, yeah, and when she's on the cliff, she sees the boat coming. The boat's coming, bringing back Bok-nam's husband and his brother. And she's sitting there talking shit. And she's just like, I swam to this island when I was younger and stuff. And it's just like, fuck you. I'll swim to the boat, and jumps off. Does not clear the fucking rocks.
Bitch didn't do the math. She didn't do the math.
She did not know geometry or trigonometry, whichever one it is, to calculate that shit.
Yeah.
She was short of hitting the water.
Yeah. She didn't know what the fuck Y equaled when she jumped.
No, she had no idea what axis or degree or anything of that angle. So that takes care of itself. So then Bok-nam goes down to where the boat is. She sabotages the boat. By this point, Hae-won has seen her go after the old lady. So Hae-won's trying to get on the fucking boat and book it.
Oh, yeah.
She ends up, so she sabotages the boat. The boat can't get going. She does get a hold of the brother.
Oh, yeah, the brother's out there doing a little trying to like wash his face off and shit, because he was supposed to go check the potato fields.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, I bet that fucking bitch wife of mine left him out in the rain all night. Like, he was already talking shit about Bok-nam. And so the brother is on his way to check the potato field, stops off a little watering hole to like wash his face and shit like that. But then her badass bitch Bok-nam shows up and just fucks his world up, baby.
Takes his fucking head off.
Right the fuck off.
and not in one fell swoop either.
No.
It took a little bit of work to get that head off, which was good because that means he felt quite a bit of it.
Yes, he felt it. Yep.
Yeah. And so then eventually it gets to the point where her husband's back up at her house. Bok-nam's there. She's trying to get at him. They fight. He puts some ass whooping on her.
But during this ass whooping, the one part that just God pissed me off was the fucking good friend Hae-won was there. Like not helping. Like Bok-nam is going toe to toe with this bitch ass husband of hers, like throwing down.
Yeah.
Hae-won, the best friend, who has been catered to this entire trip.
Yeah.
Who has been this Bok-nam has taken care of you, looked after you, everything. You're standing off to the side like the fucking bitch ass cunt you are, while your friend Bok-nam goes at it.
Like she's pissed that Bok-nam's doing this. And I'm like, you've seen all this shit going down.
Yeah.
Do you think if these people were doing this to Bok-nam right in front of you and you haven't been back in a few decades, how the fuck do you think they treat her when you're not around? You think they just started doing this shit? Like, this broad's been living this way this whole time. Yep. And you can't even have a modicum of empathy for her.
Yep.
So
hey, I'm impressed that you just threw that big word in there like that.
Modicum.
That takes our show to a whole nother level, baby. We just went to another level.
But without spoiling exactly what goes down, she does end up getting her husband. And the boatman and all of them, she ends up getting the boatman.
Yeah.
Hae-won is able to get the boat to start and leaves Bok-nam there, gets back to shore. Now, I can't remember if it was during the whole killing scene or if it was later when Bok-nam goes there and she kind of reports everything to the police and she's like staying overnight at the police station. The police send someone out there. Bok-nam gets that boat and heads back in. But it lets you know, and I believe it's once Bok-nam gets back on the mainland where the cops and shit are, because Hae-won like fell asleep, wakes up, cops are dead.
Oh yeah,
one or two that are there, and Bok-nam's there getting ready to take her out.
Because
and at some point,
right when it leads up to that, that's where it does a little flashback.
Yes,
it flashes back to where Bok-nam is getting drug up that hill by her husband, and her little girl gets fucking killed.
Yes.
Because it shows Bok-nam look up the hill, and who does she see standing there watching the whole fucking thing?
Hae-won.
The cunt Hae-won was literally watching her daughter get killed and doesn't say shit.
No, and Bok-nam saw her, and she knows that Hae-won saw her too. So once again, there's Hae-won not coming to Bok-nam.
Yep.
So Bok-nam's there. She's gonna get it. It's a very good scene without spoiling the very last ending part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think now let's segue over to the kills.
I got it.
Let's go to the kills, because we
shut it down right there.
Yeah, we chatted quite a bit about that and went through it, but it's As we always say, no matter what our rating of it is, we always recommend you watch it yourself. And you can I know you can rent this on Amazon. I don't know if it's actually, well, you said it was streaming on Hulu if you have Cinemax.
No. That was another movie we talked about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this one, I actually had to rent this one on Amazon. I don't believe it was on any streaming service, but you can rent it about anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess the kills. What was your favorite kill?
Oh, for me, it had to be at the end where Bok-nam finally got the husband, where he had that fucking knife and he was about to I thought she was going to kill herself. I thought she was going to and then when old girl starts licking the fucking knife.
And it's turning them on.
He's getting a hard on.
Yeah.
This whole time, he basically told her bitch, you can't get my dick hard.
Yeah.
Well, now
she's sitting there going, getting all fucking nice on that knife.
Throttle. She's licking her tongue up and down that knife and shit. And when
because her hands are behind her back.
Yeah.
At this point. And she's down on the fucking knees, just giving that knife a nice little lick.
Yeah, the old husband thinking, and you could tell by his facial expression, he is throbbing right now.
Yeah.
He's got that cock is, he's up. And so and when she finally gets to fucking kill him, that for me was my favorite, because she went in on him. It wasn't just in the whole why don't you just rub some bean paste on it?
Yeah, there's a few different scenes where she gets hurt, and the husband's whole thing is like, put some bean paste on it. She massacres this motherfucker.
Dude.
And ends up eventually covering his entire body in bean paste, talking shit to his fucking corpse. I agree that one is my favorite one as well, just because of what was all built up to it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, a lot of the other kills are kind of quick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they're not too gruesome, honestly, for a horror movie. That's where it gets. So that's why I said this one is disturbing because of the subject matter.
Yeah,
there's really nothing insane about the kills and the gore in this. It's played well and stuff like that. But yeah, that would be my favorite kill there as well. So I guess I don't know, man. Since I'm the guest on this, I guess
you're not fucking guest, dude.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're the main host.
This is our baby right here.
Yeah,
like I said, hey, this is where we get into we're gonna fuck it, marry it, or kill it.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it's a massive marry. I was a big fan of it. I've as we had alluded to earlier, and I think even some in the Patreon only pre-chat, we've both seen our fair share of disturbing films. It's really tough to weird me. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still some that do it. Grotesque did it. But it's most of them can't really fuck with me when it comes to just straight gore.
Yeah.
Anymore, because I've seen most of what you can do. I mean, like I said, there's ones that do it good. So I particularly like a disturbing movie that takes on disturbing subject matter. This one, the domestic abuse. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people who don't like seeing women get hit, and like I said, and it's not just the physical. There's a lot of verbal abuse. There's a lot of emotional abuse.
Oh yeah,
mental abuse. I mean, they just abuse this poor girl consistently. The thing with her kid, very fucking disturbing. And it didn't have to go too crazy with it to fucking hammer home exactly what the fuck it was. So it's a big marry from me. I think that if you like disturbing stuff that's not just about the blood and guts, but a lot of what it has to deal with, the subject matter, this is gonna be right up your alley. So yeah, man, big time marry for me. What about you? Because you said this is what I want to preface before you say this, because I was talking up how much I liked it.
Yeah.
And then you literally said, like, we need to discuss this. Something along the lines of like, you weren't sure if we would agree.
Yeah. And I hit you up.
I was like, oh shit, man.
I was like, I wanted to debate this one.
Yes, that was it. There we go. Yeah, I want to debate this one with you.
Debate it. And for me, this one, I will give this movie credit the last 30 minutes of it. Where it really went in. For me, it was a slow lead up.
Very slow.
Very slow. I caught myself getting, and sometimes this is my own fault. This is on me. Sometimes there's certain things in a movie that gets me aggravated, and it makes me dislike a movie.
Yeah.
And this one got me aggravated because I'm sitting there, Hae-won, this bitch didn't seem to do nothing but sleep the whole fucking movie. She was never around when shit was going on, it seemed like. And I'm just like, where's this bitch at? And so, and maybe it's unfair to the movie, but me personally, when certain things in a movie aggravate me, it automatically makes me kind of be like, fuck you.
Fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah. And this one did it. And for me, it's a kill for me. And
wow.
It's a kill.
A kill. Oh, I thought a nice, maybe regrettable fuck, but
it's a kill, man. And I appreciate the fact that with a lot of like what we talked about, the foreign horror, they will hit on some shit, and they drive home the domestic abuse, the verbal abuse, all that stuff. And like I said, if I was basing this thing off the last 30 minutes of it, it's a fucking marriage. Like because the whole time you're wanting Bok-nam to just fucking lose it. And the other part that got me to a kill was the ending.
Okay. I don't want to
spoil it.
I was going to say, if you do the heavy spoiler, but I will say that now okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now. Spoiler, if you don't want to know, you've listened to enough. You stop listening now. Because I'm not going to spoil it, but I am going to spoil it.
I'll spoil it.
I love an unhappy ending. I adore unhappy endings. It's one of the reasons why Eden Lake is a movie I love. And that's one of the movies that literally the ending made Joe despise that movie.
Yep.
Because she was like, fuck that. I was like, but that's more real. She's like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that movie. So yes, I was let down because I was at least let them fucking both die.
Yes.
At least let that happen.
Yeah.
But I think that because it does allude, like, once all that's went down and Hae-won is then back at the apartment and she finally starts going through all the mail she's been ignoring.
Yeah.
She starts reading all these letters that Bok-nam had sent asking for help that she had completely ignored.
Yep.
And then the movie just goes off after she's read that. Yeah. She's laying down. So part of me is like, well, maybe she's going to finally get it. But then again, there's been nothing to suggest that she has any fucking feeling for anyone anyway.
Exactly. Hae-won threw them fucking letters in the trash in the early beginning.
Yes.
She threw them in the trash can. Like, she knew who they were from. She threw them in the fucking trash. And at the end of it, she pulls them out and reads them. And at that point, I'm watching, I'm going, this fucking cunt still is not going to feel any remorse. All she's going to care about is, I'm still alive. I'm still living my best life.
I think ultimately, and back to what you said about what it took to get to it, I can see that. Mm-hmm. Luckily for me, a good ending, like, you know, when the ending goes right, I can look past a lot of the other stuff. But I do understand what you're saying, because before it got to the point where she started to finally try to escape, I was sitting there being like, I don't understand how any human being would put up with this much shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so fucking, I mean, and even after her daughter died, the fact that it still took her a few days to finally snap.
Yeah.
And it is one of those where it's an extremely unlikable movie.
Oh yeah.
Because you hate everyone in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's very rare. I mean, obviously we're horror fans. We want to see the killer kill. That's what we're there for. Yep. But there's very rare that you watch a movie where the killer, on a personal level, if you were there in real life with them, you would be cheering for them to do what they're doing.
Yep.
And that's how fucking heinous everybody is in this movie. So I can completely get that. And if anybody else kind of feels the way you do about movies, go ahead and be forewarned. This could be a massive kill for you, because it takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
And these people fucking suck.
Oh yeah.
They fucking suck.
Hey, and as soon as it kicked off and Bok-nam finally had her say, and she's running through them. And my opinion, this movie would have changed if the ending had been different. And that's just me. If the ending would have been,
you hate Hae-won so much.
I fucking hate that cunt. And the fact that she walked away.
Yeah. She, I mean, fuck, man. I mean, she didn't even really get scarred up or nothing.
She didn't get smacked around or nothing.
No. And dude, I get that, because I mean, it really does, because like I said, again, there's been no growth to make Hae-won seem like she's going to change, because everything she's done, she's willingly done. Yep. She knew, even as a kid, that she left Bok-nam to whatever those four boys were going to do to her. Yep. She knew Bok-nam had been wanting to reconnect with her. She saw all the shit go on at the island and didn't do a fucking thing. Didn't even agree to take Bok-nam and her daughter.
Didn't even have her back up when the old girl asked.
It's not. And if anyone's like, oh, you know, they're not in a foreign country. The island they're on is still in Korea. She needed nothing. Yep. Bok-nam and her daughter could have slept on the fucking living room floor.
Yep.
They were citizens of Korea. She could have got a job as a housekeeper within a fucking day and been able to have supported her and her daughter. Hae-won wouldn't even give her the fucking roof over her head.
No. Hae-won was a fucking cunt.
Yeah, and so I get you on that, because, like I said, I like a very unhappy ending, but this is a very unhappy ending, and there's It really is. And and when they're in the jail cell and stuff, there is it's very well done.
Yeah.
The acting, because I know we skipped the cast. We talk sometimes about the cast.
Yeah.
Cast is fantastic. The actress who played Bok-nam was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She crushed it. I honestly, I'm gonna try to find some other stuff that she's been in. I want to see her in a few other things.
Yeah.
See, it was Yeong-hie who played Bok-nam. Everybody was very good. Again,
yeah.
But everybody outside of her fucking sucked.
Yeah, you fucking hate their guts. No matter how good they were, you fucking hated them so early on. As soon as fucking Hae-won touches down on the island, you start hearing these old fucking bitches talk in the way the excuse me, the husband and the brother are.
Oh,
fucking hate them. But like even the brothers, the husband played this. He played it to a T.
Oh yeah.
You were supposed to hate his fucking guts, and you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you cheer.
And Hae-won, the actress who played her, did very good with this, because you could almost sense like she felt she was above.
Oh yeah.
She definitely saw herself as above him. Yeah. But even so, like the fact that she felt that she was above him, she didn't really need to get involved with any of it. She was there for her vacation. They need to handle it. You know, I've handled myself. I got off the island. I got the soul. Yep. I made my way. You need to do the same thing and all this stuff. And yeah, I mean, this is a movie that'll piss you off. Because the other thing too is that Hae-won, we all know tons of people like her.
Oh yes.
Like she's not some caricature of someone who doesn't give a fuck about others. We know people like this personally. Yes. We work with people like this.
Yes.
And you know for a fact, like, no, she could not be bothered. And yeah, it did. Again, a very big Mary for me. I actually bought it. I bought it on Blu-ray. I look forward to watching it again. But yeah, dude, all the reasons you gave to kill this are very good fucking reasons. I just don't agree with them. But like,
it's fine. Yeah.
If anyone else is like, yeah, Jay, that makes sense. This may be a kill for y'all. Like, I recommend you watch it, but he's not lying. Like, if that kind of shit irks you, this movie's gonna irk the fucking shit out of you.
Yeah, there's certain things this movie's gonna piss you the fuck off. But like I said, I say it all the time. No matter what we rate it as, we could both fucking, if we would have both just killed it to the ends of the earth, I would still tell somebody you gotta watch it. Because that's
we told people to go watch All Jacked Up and Full of Worms and The Outwaters, and I don't think I've ever spoken so ill of two movies than those.
and it's just like earlier in our Discord where Greg and Beth were talking about this one movie, and Greg sees it one way, Beth sees it one way, and then Greg got into it and talked about that's the beauty of like when it comes to movies, horror movies and stuff, because I can watch something and feel a whole different kind of way. You watch it, feel a whole different kind of way, and then come together and be able to talk about it. And that's what I love about getting on here and talking about movies. And like I said, I'm telling you now, I may have killed it, but I'm telling you, go watch it. Because
even you said the last 30 minutes is worth it.
Yeah.
It just couldn't get you past the things that you did not like.
If the ending had went a little different, this would have been a good old fashioned fuck for me. But because it pissed me off, I'm just that childish. Where I'm like, I'm gonna cross my arms and poke my lip out and be like, I'll fucking kill you.
This is a movie that will piss you off, and it dangles. Because I mean, obviously, this movie wants you to cheer for Bok-nam. It wants you to be happy she's murdering these people, and then it lets you down again.
Yeah.
So I completely agree. And like you were saying, with everyone's different taste. If anyone, I am a fan of the movie Skin 'em a Rink. If anybody knows anything about horror movies, I am in such a small minority. And we did an episode about that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I like about him. Cause like I said, everything you said that made it a kill for you, I'm just like, yeah, no, that's in there. It just didn't do to me what it did to you. But yeah, dude, like That's Bedevilled. Like I said, definitely a recommend. I don't know if there's any place to stream it, certainly for free, even if you pay for it. I had to rent it off of Amazon, but I did rent it. A marry for me, a kill for him. So a definite split right there, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I literally thought it was going to be a fuck, though. I knew with the debate and the way we discussed it and everything like that. But then when you explained it, I was like, okay. But when you first said this is a kill, I was like, fucking really?
As soon as I watched it, me and Jess watched it. And as soon as it was over,
what did she think?
She was kind of into, I don't know. I didn't really ask her if she had follow along the fuck, marry, kill side of it. But she understood where I was coming from, where I was just coming. She was in the same way. It was like that ending. Like you had us cheering for Bok-nam. You had us we're cheering for. Get her, bitch, get her. And then you get us all the way to the end. And once again, our old girl Bok-nam gets the fucking short end of the stick. And that's what did it for me. But like I said, you marrying it, I'm killing it. That's the beauty of this fucking show, the beauty of horror. Everybody's got their own opinion. You know, we can all still get on here, talk about it. And I'm still going to tell you, you got to go check it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I will never tell somebody not to go watch a movie because everybody's taste is different. Everybody's got their own little thing that's going to rub them the wrong way that they're going to like or dislike. And this movie will do that to you.
Yeah.
This movie will
and definitely if you're watching this on YouTube or anything like that, tell us in the comments. Is this a fuck, a marry, a kill, and why? Do you agree? Do you agree with what Jay said? Do you disagree? Put all that shit in the comments and we'll fire back some stuff talking to you and everything like that. Because like I said, movies are meant to be discussed, you know?
Yep. And like I said, comment sections on YouTube, Spotify, you know, you can leave comments. I welcome everybody's comments. I welcome social media, whatever. You know, let us know. Go check this movie out. Let us know how it made you feel. Is it a fuck, marry, or kill for you? You know, but hey, I appreciate everybody coming along for this ride. I appreciate you all hanging out. I appreciate my little bro John getting back on here with me.
Oh, I had a lot of fun, man. Hey, we got to do it. We can't let it be as big of a gap as last time. Now that I'm getting towards the end, all the house repair and stuff like that, and the setting up's done, I should have a lot more free time to get on here and do some more.
Like I said, I told you before, man, this is mine and your baby. Like I said, you give me the date and time that you can make the time. We're gonna be on here. We're gonna be doing this.
I won't mention the name, but we do have that other one that you've already seen, but you're gonna rewatch, and I'm gonna watch soon. So hopefully we'll be in the next few days coming up. We'll get that one knocked out, and maybe we'll get it knocked out in enough time to where these will be back to back. But we'll see.
I want to try to get these back to back. Like I said, we've already got one in the shoot, ready to go. We've already talked about it. So like I said,
another one, the other one that I saw that you haven't watched yet. Yeah, so there's technically two more that we could be doing.
Yeah, so,
So
a lot going on, on. And like I said, you've been busy. I got it, and I appreciate you taking the time. I appreciate you coming on here.
Oh man, I loved it.
You know, appreciate you letting me kind of like, you know, play with this thing and, you know, do the show. You know,
you're doing great. Doing great. And big thanks to all the people who have guest hosted and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Man. Just keep pumping it out and growing it, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm having a great time. Love doing it. And like I said, so once again, this is it for Fright Flick F.M.K. We got us a good old-fashioned marry. We got us a good old-fashioned killing. That's the beauty of it, family. Is like, we may disagree, but I still love this motherfucker the same. But hey,
right back at you, man. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys all. And thank you to all the fuckheads and the dreadheads out there. Y'all keep supporting this show, and I'll be on it again soon. I promise.
Hell yeah. So we have reached that part of the show, people, where I need you to grab your drinks. I need to gather up your shit. And I need you to get the fuck out of here. A huge thank you goes out to the associate producers of the show, Chris Owen, Gregory Berry, Beth Davis, and Dylan Matt. The producers, Dave Jari and Julien Desamois.